More than a century ago, Titanic disappeared beneath the Atlantic. But one question has never disappeared. Why has nobody raised it? Titanic was one of the most famous ships ever built, carrying more than 2,000 people on her maiden voyage.
Then, on April 15, 1912, Titanic sank into the freezing North Atlantic.
The ship was gone, and for decades nobody even knew exactly where the wreck rested. Ideas about finding the wreck appeared, but the technology of the time could not reach such extreme depths.
Decade after decade, ocean technology improved, but Titanic remained hidden beneath nearly 4 kilometers of water. Researchers were beginning to develop tools that could finally search the deep ocean floor. But finding one ship in thousands of square miles of dark ocean was like searching for a needle in an enormous haystack. In 1985, a joint American-French expedition finally began the search that would change Titanic history forever. The search depended on slow, patient scanning of the ocean floor. Then came the moment researchers had been waiting for. Debris appeared, and one object changed everything. They had found her. Titanic was lying more than 3.5 kilometers beneath the surface.
But this was not one intact ship waiting to be lifted. Titanic had broken apart, leaving major sections and thousands of objects scattered across the seabed.
More than a century underwater has transformed the wreck. Microorganisms and corrosion are slowly consuming its iron structure.
Imagine dropping almost 4 kilometers straight down. At Titanic's depth, the pressure is enormous. The deeper you go, the greater the pressure becomes, making every engineering operation dramatically more difficult. To raise the entire ship, engineers would need to safely attach enormous lifting forces to a structure that is already badly weakened.
The biggest problem is simple. Titanic is no longer the strong steel ship that sailed in 1912.
If lifting forces were concentrated in the wrong places, the wreck could tear apart instead of rising. And Titanic is not just one object anymore. It is a huge archaeological site spread across the ocean floor. Thousands of pieces now surround the main wreck sections, making a full recovery almost impossible to imagine. Instead of trying to raise Titanic, scientists found a safer way to study her: bring the technology down to the wreck. Remotely operated vehicles can explore places humans cannot safely reach, and document the wreck without bringing the entire ship upward. Every image can reveal clues about how Titanic broke apart, how it deteriorated, and what remains today. While the ship itself stayed where it fell, thousands of artifacts were recovered during authorized expeditions. These objects can be conserved, studied, and displayed, allowing people to connect with the history without lifting the entire wreck. Titanic also became more than a shipwreck. It became a protected maritime memorial. After the wreck was discovered, there were growing calls to protect it and remember the people who lost their lives. Since 1985, expedition after expedition has studied Titanic from new angles. Modern mapping has revealed that Titanic is part of a much larger underwater archaeological landscape.
Researchers can now use evidence from the wreck and debris field to reconstruct how the ship broke apart. And time is working against the wreck. Corrosion continues, while the surrounding environment slowly changes it.
The contrast is extraordinary. From one of the world's most famous ships to a fragile archaeological site in complete darkness.
Many imaginative ideas have been suggested over the decades, but a full-scale lift faces enormous engineering and preservation problems. Even reaching Titanic requires specialized deep-sea equipment. Bringing an entire wreck through nearly 4 kilometers of water would be another challenge entirely.
And there is another question. Should Titanic be raised at all? For many historians and preservation experts, leaving the wreck in place protects its meaning as a memorial.
Today, technology can bring Titanic to audiences without physically bringing Titanic itself to the surface.
In a sense, the wreck can now be raised digitally, piece by piece, scan by scan. Researchers can combine sonar, photography, mapping, and archaeology to create an increasingly detailed picture of what lies below. The mystery is no longer about finding Titanic. The mystery is understanding what time has done to her. So will Titanic ever rise from the Atlantic? The most realistic answer is probably not as an entire ship.
Its depth, fragile condition, scattered structure, enormous engineering demands, and preservation concerns make a full recovery extraordinarily difficult.
Perhaps Titanic's final chapter is not about bringing her back, but learning from what remains.
Every expedition adds another piece to the story, helping us understand one of history's most famous shipwrecks.
More than a century later, Titanic remains exactly where history left her, deep beneath the Atlantic.
And maybe that is what makes Titanic so fascinating. We can reach her, study her, and remember her, but we still cannot simply bring her home. A ship that once represented the height of human engineering became a reminder of both human ambition and nature's power.
We may never see Titanic rise again, but the questions she left behind continue to pull us deeper. The ship disappeared beneath the waves. The mystery never did. And this is why some mysteries are better understood than recovered. This is HOWVERSE. Discover, learn, understand.
Subscribe to HOWVERSE for more incredible stories hidden behind the world around us.